जैसे कि हम रन में देखते हैं या फील करते हैं, ठीक है, वो चीज सबसे जरूरी है। और रन में भी सेम प्रोसेस होती है जैसे कि हमारी वॉक में होती है, लेकिन रन में ये चीज होती है कि कैरेक्टराइजेशन भी सेम वैसा ही होता है जैसा वॉक में होगा। जैसे कैरेक्टर हेवी होगा तो उसकी रन कैसी होगी, कितने फ्रेम की होगी, और अगर वो
Hello guys, good morning
लाइट
to you
होगा
all.
तो वो भी।
So last day, you can remember we have done the mapping. Okay, so we have seen different kinds of mapping. So can you quickly write down all the maps we created last day? Can you please write it down, the maps? What kind of maps we talked about in the last lecture? Can you write it down? Come on, guys. The last day we talked about the maps. Can you write it down? List it down? Nobody. So last day, what we have done? Can anybody discuss that? What we have done the last day? Am I audible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Then I am asking something. Why you are not responding? If you don't want to interact, then just go to the YouTube videos and check. Just check the YouTube videos and learn. Why an interactive classroom is needed? If I am asking something, answer me.
क्या पूछे सर आप?
My question was, my first question was, what are the maps we talked about the last day? If you cannot answer that question, what we did in the last lecture? Yes. So we talked about bump map. So this is one map we talked about. Okay. What else we talked about? What are the other maps we talked about? Anybody, just whatever you can remember, just list it down. What other maps we talked about? Or if you cannot really, maps in specularity, correct. Maps in specularity. Yes, I was asking this only. Okay, what else? What else? What are the other maps we talked about? Maps in diffuse. Actually, for diffuse, we didn't use any map, but partially you are correct basically because we have created color map. Okay, so in Arnold render, that is also called diffuse map. Yes, that also can be. What else we talked about? What else we talked about? Maps for transparency. Yes. So as I told you guys, like we are going to talk about maps. So these are all maps. So in our last lecture, whatever we did, those are all maps. Okay. So we talked about, I guess almost all you have covered. So first we talked about the color map. It can be a diffuse map also in Arnold renderer. It only can be a base color map. Okay, the same map can be. So the color map, first is the color map. Second, we used a specular map. Okay. Third, we used a transparency map. And fourth, we have used a bump map. So we talked about these 4 maps. But you know what? In production, for any model, we can use several maps. Several maps in the sense, only for color, there can be 4 maps. Okay. Now, bump map is one kind of map on to get the detailing. So to get the detailing, another kind of map is there, that is called displacement map. Okay. Yes, Sagar, we'll discuss about that. How we can get 4 kinds of color map only. Okay. So how we can get, because if we are creating the human skin, suppose for example, so there will be one color map. So one superficial color the human skin will have, and human skin is having 3 layers. Okay. So 3 layers, each layer will have one color. So that color will be different. So in that 3 maps we need to create. So total 4 maps, four color maps can be. Okay, in some cases. Okay. Then there is something called occlusion map, or through occlusion map we can get the cavity map also. Okay. So like that, several kinds of maps are there, but for now, because you are at a very initial stage, you need to remember these 4 maps. Okay. For now, color map, specular map, transparency map, and bump map. All right, guys. Now, another thing you should remember, color map will be in color, RGB color mode, right? But your transparency map will be in grayscale. Specular map will be in grayscale. And bump map also will be grayscale. Okay? In our production, like bump map, we are also having another map that is called normal map or tangent space map. Okay? The use is just the same, but you can use any one of it, either bump map or normal map or tangent space map. But these are all same, but the use of the map is a little bit different. Like bump map is a grayscale map. Normal map will be colored, like uh, you know a bluish kind of map will be there. And in tangent space map also it will be similar, but there it will be a little bit colorful. No, Sagar, it will not be with texture. No, it will be it will have the information of all the displacement, like this portion is coming out of the surface, this is going inside, like the depth we created, no, last day the cage depth we created. So we'll get that information, the depth information we'll get, okay, through bump map or normal map or tangent space map. Tangent space, basically it is also called normal map. So normal map, we are having basically 2 kinds. Okay, means in that also normal map is 2 kinds. So one is normal space normal map, one is tangent space normal map. Okay. Now I'm not making things complicated for now. Just concentrate on bump map. We will talk about those maps later on. Okay, in maybe advanced texturing, we'll talk about those. Okay. So guys, just tell me, all of you understood these 4 maps in the last lecture, the concept you understood last day, all of you? What is the use of color map, what is the use of transparency map, what is the use of specular map, and what is the use of bump map? All of you understood that in our last lecture?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about others? Okay. Okay, fine. So today we are going to do an assignment with the same concept last day we did. Okay, we are going to do an assignment today. So let us start.
Sure.
Who is that? Sagar.
So Sagar,
Yes, Sagar, tell me.
so maps भी same रहेगा ROL में.
Yeah, maps will be same. Yes. Only transparency map will be different. I'll show you how it is different. Today only I'll show you. So in Arnold, it will be the same.
Because so इधर दो ऑप्शन देते हैं ना, specular, weight और color. तो weight में डालना है ना, जो भी.
No, yes. It will be specular weight only. That is basically the strength of the specularity. So yes, in that we can use. Generally in Arnold, we don't use that specular weight map, but we use roughness map. Okay, so the concept will be clear, guys, gradually. So you just keep doing it. So there will be no problem. You will understand. I'm sure your concept will be clear.
सर मैंने सर चेस पीस का किया था. टेक्सचर मैंने फाइल लिया, लेकिन सर मुझे उसमें कलर ब्लेंड करना था. मैंने सर लेयर्ड शेडर यूज किया.
Okay.
One for color और one for file. दूसरा कोई वे है सर, मतलब दूसरा कोई यूटिलिटी है?
Okay, I'll check your file today. We'll share at towards the end of the lecture, and then I'll tell you if there is any other way to do it. Okay, so let's go to Photoshop. Okay, or let's go to Maya first, and we are going to create some leaves in Maya. Okay, I told you previously during modeling that I'm going to show you how to create a small plant inside Maya. Okay, so today we done that. We are having default assets inside Maya. So, but generally we are not going to use it. I'll show you how you people can do it on your own. So first of all, let's take a plane. Once again, I'm taking the NURBS plane. Last day, I talked about this, why I'm taking NURBS plane, right? So for the same reason, I'm taking the NURBS plane. And let's take 3 UV patches. So this is our model, but when we will render it, okay, this is the Arnold renderer. Let's render it in Maya software. So when we'll render it, it should look like a leaf. Okay, plant leaf. It should look like when I'll render it. So that will be our job. Okay, so let us check how to do it. All of you understood the problem, right? The model is only a plane, but the output I want that should look like a leaf, not like a plane when I'll render it. Okay, so that's our problem. We are going to solve it. So for that we need some map. Yes, like grass. Yes. Okay, so let's go to Photoshop first. I'm taking a new file, and it can be, let's say, 1000 by 1000. 1000 by 1000 will create 1K map. So it can be a 2K map, it can be a 4K map. But for now, I'll suggest you it can be actually 1024 by 1024. This is 1K map. Okay. All right. Now I have downloaded 2 leaf images like this. You can take your own photograph if a particular tree you want to model. or texture, you can take your own photograph and definitely can take it in Photoshop. Okay, that also can be done. So I can use any of these basically. Let's take this one. Let's take this one. And you can see by default, it is transparent. Okay, that's fine. It will be easy for me. So I'm just trying to use the entire area, texture area, almost the entire texture area. Okay. All right. Now, this background color, basically, I don't want this background color. So the first job I'm doing, let us remember a few things. So this background color, so what I'm doing, I'm taking the color from this leaf only, and I'm giving to the background. Okay, so this is the enter texture. So this is the color texture. Okay, so file, save as, I'm going to my project, and inside the source images, I'm creating a folder called leaves. Okay, and just check the naming of it. Okay, so this will be leaf underscore color 1. That is the first map we have created, leaf underscore color 1. All right, now I have duplicated this, right click on it, rasterize layer, and let's go to level. Okay, and let's make it little bit darker. Let's make it little darker. All right, because in a leaf, you know, the upper side of the leaf will be always darker and the lower part will be lighter. Okay, so a lighter version of it, a darker version of it. One will be for the upper part of it and one will be for the lower part of it. Okay, so this will be file, save as, and it will be leaf underscore color 2. One is darker, one is lighter. All right, now let's go back, and I'm duplicating this. I need a transparency map, isn't it? So transparency map, where the leaf is, that part will be white, and where the leaf is not, means the background, it has to be black. This is a little bit different from Maya. This is called alpha map. All of you understood, guys? This is called alpha map. So alpha map, in any alpha map, you are using any application in After Effects, in any post-production application. Okay, alpha map means the portion is white will be visible and the portion is black will be invisible. All of you understood this? You'll remember this? Alpha map. White part will be visible, black part will be invisible in any of the application. Okay, so just remember this. Going, yes, because it will have the alpha channel. Yes, it works like that basically. Okay, over here definitely the alpha channel is not there, but when we render in Maya, we get the alpha channel. I'm just showing you what I'm talking about. Okay, suppose this I have rendered. Okay, can you see? Object is there in this area, it is becoming white, and this is becoming black. Okay, so this is basically transparent, and this is opaque. So through map also we can do that, and I'm just creating the same map. Okay, the same thing I'm going to do in this. So this is selected, and just select this layer, and okay, now selecting this like this. That means what? This portion should be visible and this portion should be invisible. All of you understood, guys? Just tell me. You got this? White will be visible, black will be invisible. Okay, you need to remember this. This is alpha map for transparency. Okay, so file, save as, leaf transparency. Okay, save. Fine. Now we need a glossy map also, isn't it? The glossiness of the object. So once again, I'm just duplicating this layer, bring it up. Definitely at the background, I don't need any glossiness. So by default, it is black. Okay, but in this, I want glossiness. So image, adjustment, and desaturate. Glossiness map has to be grayscale map. Okay, so going to level, and let's make it little more bright. Some of the areas little more bright, something like this. Actually, the leaf photo I have taken, this is not good. Why it is not good? Because it is having a lighting, and there is a shadow. Okay, so the other leaf texture was better. This is much better to work with. But it's okay. Intentionally I have taken this because I never worked with this map. This texture I just randomly got it in Google. Anyway, so the specular map will be a grayscale map. By default, you have seen the specularity. So by default, it will be a Lambert one. So if I assign a blend to it, can you see the specular color? By default, it is gray. So I am trying to do that only. So this is a gray map, right? So once again, file, save as. So these are all maps. So this time it will be specularity map. Spec. Okay, specularity map. What else? Can anybody tell me what else is remaining? Anything else is remaining? Can anybody tell? Anything else is remaining? Yes, bump map. Bump map is remaining. So for that also, what I can do, I'm just duplicating this map only, because bump map also will be desaturated map. Okay, so in this, actually getting the bump information will be a little bit problematic, because of this area. I guess you are getting the point, because of this area. So one side will be coming out. Okay. What I am going to do basically, let's go to smudge. This is the reason I told this is not a very good reference. we don't want all these informations. Okay, all these informations we don't want. From here also, we don't want this information. So in texturing, basically, you so many times, you need to work manually like this. If you are using a paint tablet, have you noticed? I just kept the vein. I didn't do anything in that because I want the information from the vein. So I just kept it. Okay, so same thing over here. You just take your time and do it correctly. I'm not bothered about all these areas, but yes, if I'm working in this for a project, definitely I'll take care all those corners. For now, quickly, I'm just showing you how it can be done. All right, now this area. This area. Okay, so similarly this side also, because a bump map will uh, create all the information from these small areas. That can be sometimes problematic. What I am not liking at all is shadow, because we don't know the light direction of our scene, right? So just take a reference that is very good in terms of the texturing. Sometimes I paint the entire leaf. Okay? I don't care about the photograph and the reference. I'll just paint it. So that also can be done. You can do it. No, I'm just trying to reduce this. Okay, so we have done something like this. Okay, still not very convincing. Actually, this area should not be white at all. No, this should not be white. So let us do something in this area, because this should not be white. So I'm going to the burn tool. So sorry, burn tool. Okay. Let us. All right. And instead of shadows, selecting the highlight. Select something else. Something else is selected, I guess. Something like this. Okay, so You know, this white information we don't want. At the vein, it is fine, but not over here. Something like this. Now this is much better. Still not very convincing, but yes, better. Better. Okay, so now once again going to the level, and let's make it more darker. Something like this. Only the vein information is there and no other information. Okay, so the bump map will look something like this, but still I'm not convinced. I'm just masking it. I'm just masking it, and let's paint the corners. Okay, so or just let's just keep it simple. Okay, there is no problem. Just keep it simple. We will use it. The value will be very less. That there is no problem. And all right, so I'm not marking it for now. But yes, when you are actually working in a project, you have to give time. Maybe for one map, you need to paint for half an hour. Okay, each and every map you need to go and paint it, you know, for a few minutes. Anyway, so file, save as, and once again it will be, the name will be pump. Once again, just for a revision, just check. This is the first color map, the lower side of it. I didn't keep it, but I created and made it this, the second layer, a little bit darker, right? So that is color 2, transparency, specularity, and bump. All these maps I created. Now guys, tell me, all of you understood this or not? All of you understood this? The maps I created. Okay, what about others? Because this is very, very important. Specularity, yes. Specularity. What I did, Sagar, just check. When we use a normal bleen, okay, and we get the glossiness on the surface. Can you see the glossiness over here? We're getting the glossiness on the surface, isn't it? So how we get this glossiness? From the specularity, right? And this is the specular shading. Suppose let's keep the camera angle over here. So this is the glossiness we are getting. So if the specular color is low, black, there is no glossiness. But if it is very high, so we are getting high gloss, right? By default, it is in grayscale. So I did the same over here. So this is our specular map. So a grayscale map I created. I desaturated the color. Okay, I just desaturated it. There is no color information. And this is a grayscale map. And I got a kind of 50% value of it. Okay, and this is the specular map. Sagar, understood? Yes. So all of you guys, you understood how to create maps, all the maps so far. Basically, last day what we did, we created everything in Maya. Through Maya texture we did it. Today I am showing you how to do it externally. by using external texture. How to do it today we are looking at it, but the concept is same. What last day we did, the same thing we are doing today. Okay, so all the maps are ready. Let's go to Maya. Let's go to Maya. Going to the Hypershade. And this is the Blim. A good practice, just name it. So I'm naming it leaf. So this is a good practice. Okay. Now, how to get those maps we created in Photoshop? Okay. For that, what I'm going to do, going to 2D textures, and we are having. Can you see? It is written file. Okay. And we are also having one PSD file. So if you have saved in PSD, okay, take this PSD file. And if you have saved in JPEG or PNG or T for Targa, so you can take this file. Remember this. Okay, so I'm taking a file. Before doing this, you should understand one concept. Okay, and this is the time we should do that. I'm taking a cylinder. Just try to understand this concept, okay? I have taken a cylinder, and let's create a new tab. So I'll come back to this leaf texture later on, and I'm working with something else in this tab. So let's take a Blim maybe and assign it to this cylinder. Okay, and going to the 2D texture, and let's take 3D texture maybe, and that can be a crater. Okay, and the crater will be connected to the color. Press 6, and you can see it is crater, and getting the color, and just rendering it. And can you see the outer side of it getting the color, and the inside of it getting the same color? Okay, getting the same color. Now the problem is, I want, suppose this is a paint bucket, so the inside part should be a flat paint color, and outer side part maybe it is the crater texture will be there, but inside part should be a flat paint color. All of you understood what I am trying to do? All of you are getting my point? Yes. So outer side will be this texture, but inside should be a paint color, because this is a paint bucket. Just imagine this is a paint bucket. Okay, so how to do it? Now crater is fine. Can anybody guess how to get a flat color? How can we get a flat color? I guess you didn't use all the textures right now, so for now I'm just showing you. I'm just getting to going to the RAM. Okay, this RAM is basically the gradient. You will just come to know the gradient. Okay, and I'm just selecting only one tab, and let's give it a color. Maybe this is a yellow color bucket, maybe something like this, yellow color bucket. Now, like the previous day, I'm just placing it over here. What's happening? If I render, the entire cylinder is converted into yellow color. But what exactly I want? I want the outer side should get the crater and inside should get this ram. Guys, all of you understood this? Understood this? Yes. Yes. So now for this, we cannot connect it simply like this, because last day we have seen we can use layered shader, isn't it? Last day we have seen we can give the input of two textures inside one node, and that can be the layered shader. But in this case, layered shader will not work, because if we are juxtaposing two textures, then layered shader will work. Okay, in this case, outer side and inside, it's about the normals. So outer side we are having positive normal, and inside we are having the opposite normal. So in that sense it will work, and for that we are taking the utility, and we are taking, let's say, condition utility. Okay, condition utility. So what the condition utility can do, it can create something true or false. Okay, true or false. Guys, just 1 minute. Okay, so let's go back to Maya, and the condition utility, what it can do, it is basically the true or false. True or false in the sense, uh, it can control two nodes in either or basis. Either or basis. Either it is black, if not, then definitely it is going to be white. Either it is day, if not, definitely it is going to be night. Either it is true or definitely it is going to be false. So condition utility can manipulate two nodes in this way, either true or false. Okay, so here also, why we have taken condition utility, either inside or outside. It will be not the same for out and inside for both. It will not be the same. Either inside, if not, it will be outside. So that is the reason we are taking condition utility. Okay, so let us check how to connect it. So in condition utility, okay, let us check first the old style we used to do. So it is I'm connecting that crater with this condition, and if it is true color or false color. So if the color is true, so the out color is connected with the true color, and over here, why it is not taking, yes, and in this, if the color is false. Okay, so just check it carefully. What I did basically, previously in previous Maya, before 2017, we used to do connect the nodes in this way basically. So from here, middle mouse, drag and drop, and you can choose the options. Okay, you can choose the options like this. Okay, so let us check what's happening. If the color we want the outer side, the color has to be true. So this color we want the outer side, so I just connected with the true color, and this color is the inside color, so I have chosen as false. It means you don't take it like it is true or false. If you just take it out or in, okay, because the condition will do the function of either or. Okay, and this outer color now can be connected with this color. Okay, so this is the connection we need to do. But if we render it right now, nothing is happening, only true color is visible, because uh, who is rendering the scene? The camera is rendering the scene. Camera till now didn't understand what's happening. Okay, and to make the camera understand, we need to use another utility, and for that I'm using something called sampler info. Okay, and this is a very important utility. In so many areas we are going to use this sampler info utility. In your exam uh, there can be a question, and that is describe utility, one flat question of 10 marks. Okay, that time don't be confused. Okay, why I am telling you, because the placement node utility, the bump 2D 3D node utility, the condition utility, sampler info utility. So you know some utilities and you have used the utilities, but just try to remember these are utilities. Okay, then very easily you can write in the exam. Okay, now in this I need to connect this with this condition. So once again, let's try to connect it, and I'm going to other. Okay, and in this basically flip normal I need to connect, or let us check if I can do it directly. Okay, over here, if I'm getting the properties. So basically this flip normal should be connected to this first term. It is connected. Okay, so once again I'm just trying to make you understand what I have done. Basically, you can see how I am connecting this with this, but in this case it should go, the connection should go from sampler info to condition, and it is connected with the first term. If I am selecting first term, then true will be true, false will be false. If I am selecting second term, then true will become false and false will become true. If in case sometime if you want to make it inverse, okay, then the true, then you can use the second term, but in this case I am using first term, so that true will be true, false will be false, and that will be connected with flip normal. I need to select flip normal. Why? Because the inside part, generally inner surface, there will be only one normal, one positive side, and other side will be the negative side of the same normal, isn't it? But I want both the sides different colors, so I need to flip the normal of the inside part of the same surface, and that is the reason I have used flip normal. And let us check what's happening. Okay, it's still not happening. Maybe I have done some mistake. This connection actually should go from here to there and first term. Yes, I wanted the connection editor. Okay, so I'm selecting flip normal and it will be connected with the first term. Now it is correct. Previously it was coming from there to here. Now it is going from here to there. Let's check if we are getting the result, and we are getting the result. Okay, so inside a different color, outer side a different color. Now you can see, sir, it will be better if we just extrude it, and then automatically the inside part and outer side part we can give a different color. Definitely that can be done. Okay, then you don't have to do so many connection in nodes basically. Okay, so that can be done. So this is the way in a surface. If the surface is made of the single surface, then the inside and outer side you can give different color in this way. Now guys, tell me, you understood this or not? If not, I'll discuss once again. All of you guys. Okay.
सर
Yes, Sagar.
सर मतलब अगर पॉलीगोनल सिलेंडर यूज करते हैं तो उसमें फेसेस सिलेक्ट करके उसको सेपरेट कलर दे देना
No.
and out
Sagar,
of
it will be the same. It will be the same. Because in polygonal cylinder also, suppose you are using the face. So face from outer side and inside, it will be the same face, no? So whatever you are giving the color, both the sides, it will take the same color. But if you want to give the color this way, then this is the way.
ओके सर बाय
Because
एक्सक्लूजन
sorry?
एक्सक्लूजन कैसे एक्सक्लूजन से कैसे हो सकता है
Yes, no. If you are extruding and keeping a little thickness, and then what you told, like inside I will give different color, outside I'll give different color, then it is possible. Yes, that can be done.
ओके
Understood? But if you are not extruding, that is a single surface. Doesn't matter if it is polygon or if it is knobs. You have to go through this. Okay? So anyway, just going to Maya once again, and I'm going to do the same thing for our leaf also, because in leaf also the bottom part and the upper part should be different, right? So let us check. I'll delete all these, going to this. Because of the leaf only, I showed that example. So now the concept is approximately clear. In leaf now it will be clear, entirely clear. So now coming to the leaf, and as you know, what I have created, the upper part and the lower part, I have created two color maps. Okay, now let's assign those two color maps. So going to that 2D texture, I am creating a file. I'm creating other file. Okay, what is a good practice will be going to the file, just name it as color 1 and name it as color 2. Okay, over there the crater and the ramp we created just before some time. The same thing I'm going to do. Now let's check. Over here I need what? Can anybody tell? I need a node over here. What was that node? Can anybody tell?
condition utility
Sorry?
condition utility
Yes, we need a condition utility. So all of you guys just note down this channel. Just note down this network. Okay, whatever we are doing, then it will be easy later on to practice. So I am selecting a condition. So let's go to condition. Here is the condition. Okay, so color one will be the upper part and color 2 will be the lower part. So this is the dark color and this is the light color. So upper part should be the true color and lower part should be the false color. Okay, so let's do it. This will be the true color and this will be the false color. I have connected this, right? So this is the dark color. So double clicking on it, and can you see this over here? So just click on it, and we are inside our source images directly, going to the leaves, and this is the darker color, the upper part of it. Just open it. Okay, now double click on it and select the lighter color. Just open it. So I have taken the dark color and the lighter color. Dark color connected with true, lighter color connected with false. Okay, selecting the leaf, and this color should be connected with the color. Okay, let us check. Okay, we are getting the texture, and the bottom part is not visible, and I'm sure it is getting the same texture basically. So just try to render it, getting the same texture, getting the same texture. Okay, but before moving forward, I want to do something. Let's take the hull. Selecting the hull and pushing it downward. I'm sure you are getting my point. Why it is necessary, right? So that it will. The leaf will not be very flat leaf, so it will get some volume. This is the reason I'm doing it. Okay, so just push it a little bit more. All right, something like this. Okay, now the upper part and lower part still in rendering it is not coming. Okay, so what I need to do? You people will tell me, I'll do. Tell me if you can remember. What I should do? Tell me, anybody? Anybody? What next? Can you remember? Yes, sampler info node, correct. So I need to take a sampler info node. And what is the use of sampler info node? What is the use of it? The sampler info node? Anybody? Sampler info node? It can come in the exam. What is the use of sampler info node? Anybody? All of you, write it down. What is the use of sampler info node? Just write it down. Just write it down. What is the use of sampler info node? Sampler info can make the camera understand. Sampler info node make the camera understand. Yes, Sagar, you are correct. It is making the camera understand. Sampler info node can make the camera understand. So it is making the camera understand what to render. Because in the viewport we have done it, but the camera cannot understand like what's happening in the scene, what's happening in the inside that condition node. So we need the support of sampler info node so that the camera can convert whatever is happening inside the condition node in the output, so that it can convert the camera. So sampler info node, the support of sampler info node is necessary. Okay. All right. So in this, what we did. So just middle mouse, drag and drop. I'm sure I did the same last time. So the connection has to be from here to there. So from here, it will be flip normal to first term. So now the connection is this. Okay, one second, I'll do it. Okay, so from here, so left hand side, it was flip normal. I already explained the reason, because the inside normal should be flipped and it will act like a positive normal with the first term. Why first term? Then the upper side will be upper and the lower side will be lower. You can select second term also. Then in that what will happen? The upper side, the true will be false and false will be true. Just the inverted one. Okay. Now let's just render. So this is upper side and this is the lower side. You can see that this was the lighter version of it, and this was a darker version of it. Okay, so this is the color map is done. The color map is done. Okay, and this is the channel. If you want to write down this channel on your notebook, you can do. Okay, this channel. This is very important. Or if you want to take a snapshot of it, just all of you, I guess that will be better. Just take a snapshot of it. All of you are done? All of you are done? This much understood? Color map? Okay. Now, let's create the other maps. Okay, so this was the color map. Now, let's create the other maps. So, taking the file once again, and let's rename it as transparency map. Transparency map. Okay. So, taking the transparency map, this is the transparency map, and this will be connected with the transparency, isn't it? So, just drag and drop. It is connected, or directly this can be connected. All right, and you can see only the leaf is visible. Okay, so transparency is working. So that is basically the alpha map. And one thing you need to remember, in the alpha map, I'm selecting this and going to the color balance. Just you need to remember this alpha is luminance should be on. Okay, alpha is luminance should be on. In this case, it's not giving us trouble. It's giving us the output, the transparency output. But just keep it in your practice. Why it is necessary? Any grayscale map, alpha is luminance should be on, so that the application, the Maya application, can read this is a kind of grayscale map. So alpha is luminance. Okay, so that alpha map is there, alpha channel is there. The software should take only the alpha channel from this map, and that is the reason this option should be on. Alpha is luminance should be on. Remember this. Any grayscale map, alpha is luminance should be on. Okay. So this is a transparency map we have done, and taking another map, and this will be for the specularity, because outer side the specularity is visible. We don't want to see that specularity, right? Specularity should be only this area. Okay, so for that, one second, just double click and specularity map. Just name it as specularity. Actually, the name should be leaf underscore spec. Okay, specularity map. In this case, this is also grayscale map, right? So alpha is luminance, and over here, this is the specular color, or I can see the specular color over here also. So can be connected. So the easiest way is just drag and drop specular color. Okay, so let us check. Can you see? We're getting a beautiful specularity on the surface. All right. Now, the last thing we need to do, we are having another map, and that is a bump map. So just name it as leaf underscore bump. So this is the map we created. You can remember. And for this also, our alpha is luminance is on because this is a grayscale map, right? And now let's select the material once again. And in this is the bump mapping. Just drag and drop. Bump mapping. And in this bump 2D utility, this is also utility. Bump 2D utility automatically created. So let us check. You can see it is too much, isn't it? Too much. So making it 0.1. Can you remember? I told like all these corners also should be nicely painted because of this. Can you see getting these marks from the corners because I didn't do it nicely. That's the reason. Okay, but still, I guess it is a little bit too much. So maybe 0.05. This much. I'm going to keep this. Okay, so just render it. It is all right. Fine. Okay, so you can see this is our model, but this is our output. Okay, and this is our shading network. It is called shading network. Okay, so this portion is for the color, this is for the transparency, this is for the specularity, and this is for the bump. So this is the connection. Okay, and this is the material, and this is the shading node. Okay, so this is the overall network. Okay, now guys, all of you, just tell me, you understood this? All of you? If the concept is clear, then this is very simple. Okay, the last day's concept, if it is clear, then it is very simple. Okay, now, okay, we can just save the scene. Now, you want to make a plant out of it. Okay, so this is ready, but you want to make a plant out of it. So I'm just first changing the pivot point of it. So just change it and keeping the pivot point over here. Okay, Control D, just rotate. Make sure it's properly arranged. It can be a little smaller. Control D. All right, you need to take care of this, that it is not overlapped. Control D. Once again, just rotate. You know what? The arrangement of each and every uh, leaf pattern will be different for each and every tree. So you really need to observe this.
अगर पॉलीगोनल सरफेस होता तो सर हम लोग तो थोड़ा मतलब लीफ को छोटा और मॉडिफाई कर सकते हैं ना
Come once again. What you asked?
सर मतलब नर्व्स प्लेन की जगह अगर पॉलीगोनल प्लेन होता तो फेसिस को सिलेक्ट करके हम मतलब और थोड़ा उसको शेप थोड़ा चेंज कर सकते थे ना
Could be done. Yes, could be done. Yes. Towards the bottom, the leaves will be a little bit. Sorry. Towards the bottom, the leaves will be a little bit bigger. Okay. See, there is no overlapping, right? No overlapping. So I have created the entire bunch like this. Now, just selecting all of this and Control G, group. If it is polygon, then what could be done? If it is polygon, you could have made it combined. Yes. So just come to this area. Sorry. All right. Now I'm just duplicating it. Generally, the arrangement will not be like this in the trees or plants, basically. But I'm just giving you the idea. And definitely it will be connected with some stems, right? With some branches like this. And you will get the appearance of the plant. So from a distance, it will look like the real plant is there. But those are not plants, but just the planes. This is the way we can work. And everything will look so three-dimensional. Okay, in this case, what's happening? The light is not there in the scene. So if the light is there, then also the shadow will be casted and it will look much more realistic. Guys, all of you understood? All of you? Yes or no? Okay. So can I expect a small plant from all of you with the nice stem and then leaves are properly arranged? Can I expect from all of you? Okay. And when can I expect? So from tomorrow you are having vacation, isn't it? So after, yes. So I guess second it will open, right? Second or fourth? Let me check. Second is Saturday, Sunday from fourth. Fifth is Tuesday. On fifth, yes, next lecture. On fifth, can I expect a plant, small plant from all of you? It can be any, basically. It can be yes, Shubham. I'll show you that. Yes, definitely. So a small plant from all of you. It can be, you can make a small pot, and on that pot the small plant is there. It can be like that, or the tree stem already you have made in your village scene, isn't it? So in that, create a bunch of leaves and just arrange it around that tree. That also can be done. So something like that. So better, that will be, that file will be very heavy if you are creating the entire tree, but create a small plant, that will be better, all of you. Okay, and on 5th you will show me, all of you. Okay, and the Photoshop part, yes, once again I will show you, and this time,
सर
yes.
मीन्स सर ये प्लांट बनाना है, उसमें आपने प्लेन जैसे लिया, मीन्स सर प्लेन ही लेना है कि हम मतलब ऐसे शेप को थोड़ा मॉडिफाई करके लीव टाइप बना के?
Okay, Sagar, just try to understand one thing. If we are taking a plane, then only 9 faces will work. Only 9 faces will work. You could have take a polygonal plane also. That also will work, because you don't have to edit the polygonal plane, because the plane is already a plane. The UV, if you are creating the direct primitive, it is already done because it is a plane. Okay, but if you are taking something else, then what will happen? If you are trying to give it a shape, you need several vertices, and in that you need several faces. So you are increasing your file size. That is the reason plane is better. The best. Plane is the
ओके
best.
सर, मीन्स
Okay.
सर नॉट एडिंग वर्टाइसिस, मीन्स मतलब सर वही वर्टाइसिस को थोड़ा मॉडिफाई करके लीफ की शेप में?
Can be done. Yes, that also can be done. But if you are doing that, then you cannot take polygonal primitive right now. You need to edit. Okay. But if you are using the direct plane right now, then polygonal plane also can be used. But if you are editing it, then right now is not the time. You don't know how to edit the polygonal surface.
Okay
How
sir, I
to
will do in
edit the
plane.
UVs of the polygonal surface. Yes.
I will do in plane only sir.
Yes, do it with plane only, and can use polygonal plane. Then the file size will be much lesser than the nerve surface.
Okay sir. And sir, grass part also same na sir? Same method na sir?
Same. Yes. If you understood this concept, then that grass part also can be done. You can do the grass part also.
Same maps and all?
Same maps. The maps I have used in this, the same maps you are going to create.
Okay sir.
Yes. Okay. So the Photoshop part, once again I'll show you. Okay. So just drag and drop. This time I have taken the other leaf. This leaf is much better actually, okay, than what I have used. Okay, so first of all, I need a duplicate of it and just rasterize it. All of you just check it once again. Okay, so first I need to save just by taking the a color of it and giving the background color of it. Just save it. Why this is important in the color? Just giving the background color. Why it is important? In case a little offset value you have given, in case by chance, then it will get the green color only, not the white color. That is the reason it is a good practice to keep the background color of a texture of the same color. Okay, so this is number one, map number one. Map number two, I need it a little bit dark. So going to the level and let's make it towards the dark. And in this also, once again, just select it and make it darker. So this will be the second. Okay, third will be, I'm duplicating it once again, and this time it will be black. The background will be black, and this will be white. this will be our transparency map, right? This will be our transparency map. The white portion will be visible, and background, the black portion will be invisible. Now once again, this one, just duplicate. So I'm duplicating the same leaf again and again. Once again, rasterize, and now edit, sorry, image adjustment and desaturate. Desaturate means it will be converted into grayscale, and it is by default, it is done. Yeah, you don't have to do anything. And this is the specular map. The black, no glossiness, and gray means little bit glossiness. Okay, simple. We can keep it like this. All right, and next there will be bump map. So from here only we can create the bump map in this. So in this, what I'm doing, so bump map, for each and everything you have to take a different way. So I'm just making it darker, and from this side making it a little bit lighter. Can you see the veins are visible? I just wanted the same. In the other map also, I was trying to get the same, to give a little bit bumpiness on the veins. Okay, so, and I'll just mask it, and let's take a very blurry brush, reducing the opacity and only painting. Let's increase a little bit more. Oh, sorry. All the maps are there, no? So I'm just clicking it off, and it will look something like this. Okay, this border I don't want. I don't want this border. So that is the reason. Just erasing the border. The veins I need, but not the border. Even over here, I don't want the border. Okay, so this is looking better. Once again, coming to this and going to the level, and I can make it more darker, because only the veins will be visible. Thanks. Coming back, and this time let's make the opacity a little less. So this is a good bump map. Okay, you can see the only the veins are exaggerated. The rest of the things are very sublime.
So for grass, means that outer edges in same bump map, मतलब वही use करने का sir method.
Same for the grass also. First choose a good photograph that is not in perspective, flat. So in this case also, two photographs I selected are absolutely flat. Both are flat, absolutely. So in the grass also, choose some photographs that is absolutely flat, and can use exactly the same method I have used. And in the grass, for the color, in this case, I'm using two color maps like this. You don't have to use two color maps like this. I am using only one color map will work in that case.
Means sir, grass में भी मतलब dark और light value होती है तो.
No, that in the color map only, you just try to create a kind of gradient.
And sir, जैसे मैं आपने इसमें create किया depth के लिए वो veins में, grass में ऐसा कौन सा part रहेगा? उसमें भी veins ही रहेंगे.
No, in grass, what will happen? I can give you some idea for the grass. Mm, so in this case, I am not getting that value basically. Okay, let's make it little more darker so that it will be seen. Okay, so now it is seen. So suppose the grasses, suppose you have drawn the grasses, you know, if you are using a pen tablet, then what will happen? Make it 100%. A thick, thin, grass-like shape you can get very easily. So you were creating something like this. Okay, this is the background layer of the grass. Then what will happen? You are making a little bit lighter grasses, right? So you know, a little bit lighter grasses you are using. Then what will happen? A little more lighter grasses on the top of it. Okay, now just try to understand. I need a bump map of this grass patch. So this actually you have downloaded what I just have done. So you will just duplicate it, right? Then you will rasterize it. In this case, it is not needed. Then going to image, adjustment, and desaturate. Now you are going to create the map map. I'm going to the level, and I'm just increasing it. Now, can you see the depth? This is dark, then a little bit lighter, a little bit lighter, little bit lighter. So something going in depth and something coming forward. So in bump, this information you are going to get in the case of grass. Now I guess you are getting the point.
यस सर मीन सर वो पेंट करना नहीं है ना लीफ की तरह.
No, you don't have to paint because you were going to download it. Understood? Okay. Anything else you wanted to ask? You guys wanted to ask? Photoshop part is clear to all of you. What are the maps we are creating? Guys? Photoshop part is clear? Okay. All right. So anything else you guys wanted to discuss? No, right? So first of all, quickly, I will take the attendance. After that, you people can share your screen you wanted. Okay.